Hey everybody, it's Eddie coming to you with another video here. It's Sunday night, Monday morning. Feels like a Friday or Saturday because kids are on summer break. But anyways, I want to give you a quick lowdown on this weekend. Ups and downs, ups and downs. Yesterday had a game and we played it was the last game of the season for regular season. Now we're going to the city tournament, start tomorrow night with our league and the other little league. For the best of Flagstaff. But anyways, in our league, we played the number one team in our league. They were undefeated. Whether they lost or not, they were still going to hold the number one position. Now us, second, third, fourth place was in. We were vying for second, obviously. But anyways, yesterday's game was awesome. Started out highs, got ahead. All of a sudden brought back to reality after a bit, tied. And then lows, if you want to call it low, is the other team gets ahead. Okay, bring it back up, tie it up. All right, now we're back on balance. Last inning, they're up to bat. They scored 2 runs on us. And guess what? We have last at bat. So the good thing was this was not the first or even the second time that we were down at the end of a game and having last at bat. So we got up to bat. We were down by 2. We scored 3 and chalked that up as a W. So it was a great game. The other team was coached by 2 awesome coaches. Kids are well coached, well respected, and held their heads up high as they should have. Even had we lost, I would have loved it just as much because of the intensity of the game, the ups, the downs, the challenges, and that's what baseball should be about. So both myself, my assistant, and then the other coaches from the other team are as ecstatic as could be because that was a game that you wish for. So, but anyways, after being whooped mentally by that game, the rest of the evening was good. And then this morning I decided to shoot a video. So I was going to shoot a video because yesterday I started an event on Facebook. Doing this event, I started thinking about, all right, some of these guys might need a video to actually, not without me diving full detail what it is I'm doing or still doing or not doing. Just kind of give a quick lowdown. So as I was doing this video, I got a phone call. Interrupted the video, and I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't call it back. I just stopped the video and restarted over again because I had just started. After I did the video, I jumped on the computer getting ready to download it, and I had a message. And a couple weeks ago, I went to Vegas for No Excuses 4, and I invested in myself, and I met many wonderful people. I sat and talked with Ray Higdon for a short bit, Cesar Rodriguez, Eric Worre, I mean, just big names, talented people, even people that are going to be on stage in the future. And I was fortunate enough to meet this one lady, and after talking with her, sharing my story as far as company I was with and why and where I was going, and mentioned the book and so on and so forth, and it triggered something in her. She wanted to help me. She wanted to see what she can do. And I told her the story about how when after a recent suicide or a suicide in December with a 13-year-old kid, that I tried to go into his school district and the school district that my kids go to school in, and wanted to bring awareness to speak because it affected not only Flagstaff but it affected my hometown of Williams. And neither school wanted me in. I got unanswered phone calls, no messages. They never called back, and just that they did not want me in. And I asked to sit down with them. So I shared this with her, and she mentioned that there was a school back in Utah that had a high suicide rate. She wanted to see what she can do when she got back home about possibly getting me up there. Because people are starting to notice this, and it's starting to raise a lot of concern. So because of that, the governor had stepped in. So she emailed me an article. Said, I need you to write a response. I write a response. She goes, I'll take it to the governor myself if I have to. I would love to get you up here to help these kids out. So I sent the response. She edited it. And then this morning after I got off the phone, I saw a message from her saying, because I hadn't talked to her in a few days, and got a message from her saying, God put us together. God, you and I were meant to meet. God meant for us to meet. So she says, oh, give me a call when you can. So I got excited, pumped up, gave her a call. Before she could say anything, I says, all right, girl, you got me curious. Let's hear it. And she goes, I can't talk long. I got to call you back. I said, all right, no worries. She said, my son took his life. In my emotion from way up here, my heart hit the bottom of the ground. My heart hit the floor. And it wasn't so much about my emotion. It was like, holy shit, that was the last thing I expected. She goes, I know we were supposed to meet. I know that's why we met, was because this was coming. And I said, I will not disagree one bit. So she called me back later, shared the story of what had happened, what transpired, what possibly this, possibly that. And that's the bad thing about suicide, is you start insinuating, you start guessing, you start pointing, it leaves a lot of unanswered questions. It doesn't leave room for closure. And because of this, people hurt. So I know, like, people don't like hearing about the suicides and people taking their lives, but it is real. It is real. It is real. If you don't like me talking about it, I don't mean to sound like a prick. You can defriend me. I want people that at least acknowledge it and to say, okay, we're aware. Or possibly just click or even click like on a video. Something as simple as that, saying, all right, we got it, we listened to it. And you never know. Somebody out there might be hurt, and it might be somebody you know. And by something as simply as you watching, or maybe even not watching, but just sharing and saying, this guy has content, I know you got something going on, maybe this will help. Something as simple as that, because there are others that are going to be out there hurting. And talking to her, she had no idea that he was in a stage that something was going on in his mind that drove him for this to happen. So the bad thing is, however you want to look at it, is I will be going to Salt Lake. I will be going to Utah. I will be going up there to speak about the awareness and the effects of suicide. The bad thing is she asked me to go up there to speak at her son's funeral. So when she had asked me this, my first thought was, it was this morning when she asked me, was, all right, let me think about it real quick. I need to see if I could come up with the funds to get up there. And I said, I'll let you know this afternoon. So as soon as I got off the phone with her, I went to church and prayed for her, prayed for her son, prayed for the rest of the family, those that were left behind. And something in there told me, you got to get up there. So I am going to Salt Lake City. I am going up there to honor her wishes of having me up there to speak and help her get through this, and to offer whatever it is I can to help her get through this as far as healing, because of so many people I've talked to, so many people that have shared their stories, and there are no two stories that are alike. They're similar. I know what it's like to be low. I know what it's like to be down. I know what it's like to be in the dark. I've already shared that aspect with her tonight as she started trying to figure things out and wanting to know, well, I don't know, was it this or was it this? And we were messaging back and forth. And the first thing I told her is don't shoulder this. Do not shoulder this. And that's one of the first things that happens. Remember, suicide, a victim with a suicide victim creates victims. And that's what I want to try and avoid. That's what she wants to avoid. She's now become a victim of her son's death. She won't be the same person. She can grow. I shouldn't say grow from this. She will heal. She can heal. She allows God to allow herself to heal, to help her heal. So anyways, I know this is a long video. I ask that you guys pray for her son, the children that were left behind, and all of the rest of the loved ones. And if you got ideas, you got suggestions, you guys want to help financially, please let me know. You can I'll find out tomorrow. Might be able to run it through a nonprofit organization, which a percentage of the money that they can keep, and use the rest to help fund the trip and help funding possibly the burial or the cost of the funeral services. So outside of that, you got suggestions, ideas, recommendations, feel free to contact me on Facebook. Go to eddieaguilar.com if you want to share some of the content or see some of the videos that I have posted on there. And people need to help each other out. We need to help each other out. Jeremy Howie, another man that I just recently met, did a walk last night till early this morning, 14 to 15 miles, I believe, in Washington, D.C. to raise money for awareness, suicide awareness. And he did this because his brother had just recently taken his life. So there are people that want to help. There are a lot of hurting souls out there, so do what you can to help out. Even if it's clicking like or share, somebody might see that, and something as simple as that can help, probably might be able to help somebody that you love and care for that you didn't even know was hurting. So anyways, thank you for making it this far to the video. If you did make it, I appreciate it. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.